Welcome to a tutorial on how I use this resource with my students. I'll share any tips and tricks that work for me, but do of course feel free to modify as you see fit for your students. Now this is a Halloween activity where students will find common traits among similar but different ghosts and put them into groups or in this case into their homes. This is a pretty simple activity, although it might be a little confusing at first, but once the students get the hang of it, it'll probably take not too long, but it'll still make them think and encourage using sentences. So I usually start by explaining to them, see, the ghosts are everywhere, and you'll be putting these ghosts into their homes. But you can't just put them anywhere because each house is special. So first let's look at the what kind of ghosts we have and go to the next page. So the audio up here will start reading this text. If you don't need it, just tap on the speaker to stop. So here it just explains that some ghosts have hats, some ghosts have a tie, some of them might be carrying a bucket, and some may have feet, but not all of them. But some may have all of the items, and others may not even have one of those. But when we put them in their house, we have to note that in every house they live, all the ghosts have something in common. So this is a good place to talk about what it means to have something in common. It's a little tricky to explain, but I might send something like, we're going to find the ghosts that go together and they all have something similar or they share the same trait, if they're familiar with the trait. So yep, let's invite them to find out who can go in each house. And you have two activity choices. Find a match, which is the main activity, and freestyle sort is, we can go over it later. So let's start with the find a match. Here's a written instruction, which we'll go over in this tutorial. Here, so this is the first card. So I would say something like, okay, so here are three ghosts in the house, and let's find out which one of these three belongs in this house. So we have to find the common trait or what they all have in common. So let's see. These two have a hat, but this one doesn't. Okay, that doesn't work. So do they all have a bucket? Nope. Let's see. Do they all have feet? Oh, yes, they do. So the ghost that goes in here must be this one with the feet. Let's see. And then check. And if it's correct, it'll go ding. And after you check, here you can click on the sign and it'll show you what the common trait is. So they all have feet. This is a feet house. Okay, so let's move on. So that's how it basically goes. You might have to do a demo on the first one or two cards. All right, let's try this one then. So they don't all have feet. So this is not the feet house. So what do they all have in common? And student might choose this one. Step number one, have them choose. And step number two, ask them why. Why did you pick this one? Why does this one belong in here? Oh, because they all have hats. Ooh, that's a good idea. So let's check. So number three, press on the submit to check. Correct. And over here, last step, number four, let's see. Yep, you're right. It is a hat house. They all have a hat. So when you do this, if you feel like feel if three is too much, you can drag this tab to cover up one of the choices if it helps. But the only thing is when you press submit with the tab up here, you'll get a whoops. So you're going to have to press it twice if the child or the student chose the correct answer. That's how it is set up and there's no work around it. So it is what it is. But if you don't have to use a tab, you will not have to deal with that. So this is how it goes. And the first part of the deck has all inclusive traits. So who has what? What do they all have? But towards the end, you will see, maybe this one will work. You will see the things that they don't have. So let's see, who goes in this house? Okay, nope, they don't all have hats, they don't all have buckets, they don't all have feet. Then what? Oh, they're all missing a tie. So this guy who doesn't have a tie belongs there. So you have the inclusive and exclusive, and you can challenge your students to explain their reasoning that way. Okay. So the other second type of activity is freestyle sort. So this is just like it says freestyle. So you can have a student be the one telling you which house to put the ghosts in. And they can have a trait in mind that they're using to sort. So he might say, okay, put this ghost on the left house. All right, what about this one? Oh, this one goes into the right side house. What about this one? Oh, this one goes on the right house too. Ooh, okay. And then the other students may want to start guessing how that one student is sorting the ghost. Okay, what about this ghost? Where does this one go? This one goes in the yellow house on the left. Okay, what about this one? This one also goes on in the house on the left. Oh, is it the hat house and the no hat house? Nope, sorry, it's not the right one. That right answer. Okay, what about this guy? Oh, this guy also goes into the left house. Oh, it is the bucket house and the no bucket house. Bingo. So things like that. So take turns um, being the sorter, telling which house to sort into, and the guessers. The other students are going to guess who goes where. Okay. And once they make a correct guess, they can switch the sorter, and then the other students can guess. So I guess they get to see one group of collection of ghosts can be sorted in different ways, so it can be a good exercise of mental flexibility. Um, yeah, so be creative with this. So you do have two options for this one. So yeah, feel free to sort away. That is all there is to this activity. So as always, use it as creatively as you like, and I hope you and your students enjoy this activity and get a lot of practice out of it. Have fun.